Hi guys, I'm here at the Lightbox Theater getting ready to go into my second and last film of Hot Docs. I just wanted to do a quick, or maybe not so quick depending on, what happens here, of the last film I saw, Rent a Family. Okay, so this is my favorite film of the festival. It's even surpassed Menstrual Man. It was just amazing. It was a Danish movie, but it was about a Japanese guy who he had his own business, like doing stand-ins for people who needed, like, say, a father at a wedding, or a husband, or a brother or an uncle or something like that. He just kind of rented himself out to people and played this role for them, and it was just absolutely fascinating. The movie started off with a scene where this wife had hired him to be her husband because her ex-husband wasn't paying her any child support for her kids. So I guess in order to maybe give her some clout with him, get him to start like paying up, she hired this guy to say he was her husband, and therefore, he might, pay more attention or listen. And it started off like on a funny note, like on this kind of bizarre, weird, funny note. But as the movie went on, it just became progressively really, really sad, and it took a whole different turn. Because this guy, he was married, he had 2 kids, 2 teenage sons, and his marriage was obviously like horrendous. His wife could care less about him. She was asked, do you know what your husband does for a living? And her answer was, no, I don't know what he does, I don't care, just as long as he brings home the money, that's all I care about. He can do what he wants. And she obviously took no interest in him, in his life. His kids didn't take any interest either. The only real kind of love that he got was from this little dog, this adorable, cute little dog named Chappie. That he had this little beige little chihuahua who always got excited when he came home and was barking and yapping, and he'd always, pet this dog and just hold this dog. I mean, this guy was obviously craving some love and attention and affection that he wasn't getting in his family. And I think that's one of the reasons, actually, that he decided to go into this business, because it was like sort of a vicarious way of experiencing emotions that he didn't get to experience in his real life. Like, he was saying that when he went to weddings, like, he would go to weddings and he would cry, like, heartfelt weeping when he was at these weddings. Like, he said it wasn't fake. I was like totally, crying. I was in tears, seeing this happen. And I just felt so sorry for this guy. And another thing was that he was like, I think his wife worked maybe like a part-time job or something, but he was really the sole provider for the family. And he wasn't making a lot of money doing this business. So he had like a part-time job as a delivery man, which he got laid off from in the course of the movie. So he was saying how his financial situation was really, really bad, really terrible. Like, they probably could have lost their house. And then he started saying, like, I think about suicide every day. So this movie just really, really just kind of threw me for a loop, because it started off being this really kind of irreverent, funny, weird, bizarre, really interesting story about this guy who has this side business of renting himself out as a husband or uncle or whatever, turning into this really emotional, tragic kind of story. Now, when the movie ends, he finally ends up confessing to his wife what he does for a living. Not that she cared. She's like, wow, I didn't know you did this. Just as long as you bring the money home, I don't want to be involved with it, And I mean, I don't know what happened in their marriage. I didn't hear the wife's side of the story. I don't know her reasons for being the way that she was, but she just appeared to me to be this really, really cold, unfeeling, boring bitch. And I just felt so sorry for this guy. I wanted to say to him, listen, buddy, you can do much better. Leave this thing and go find something better. But I guess, being Japanese, it's probably not accepted in their society, divorce and all that stuff. Like, it's very, very family oriented. And so it probably would be like taboo to get up and leave, and also kind of like a sign of failure, like financial failure, familial failure, or whatever. It's all about honor and stuff like that in Japan, very much so. So I hope you guys get to see this movie, because it really, really touched me. It was so, so good. couldn't, take my eyes off it. I felt sore. Really, my heart just went out to this guy. I don't know what's going to happen. At the end of the movie, they were saying that his kind of businesses are like growing in Japan. They're actually like on the upswing. So hopefully, maybe he's going to start making more money from this. And he was even saying that he had he had a staff of like a few people who he hired. If they had like weddings to go to. This one was so funny. This one scene, they went to a wedding. There were like 32 hired people. I think it was the bride, had nobody on her side, so she hired him, to come up with this like family for her. And I think he said she paid like $25,000 US. So and then another one was I think it was the same scene. All these people were going in there and saying, "Oh, hi," like introducing these rented people were introducing themselves to the groom side of the family, and even like getting the names wrong. Like they'd say, "Oh, hi, my name is Kicho. I'm the bride's uncle. Oh, wait, sorry, no, I made a mistake. My name is really Ichiguro." So they were flubbing everything and really doing a pretty bad job. I would have been pissed if I were the bride who paid $25,000 for those yokels. But no, it was really good, and it makes you wonder, like, why would somebody have to hire a family to come to their wedding? Like, really, you have nobody, you don't have any friends, you don't have any family? That's pretty sad, But it's, surprisingly kind of common, because there was, a few people who hired him and, his staff to do this. So apparently there was a market for it. So, yeah, I hope you guys get to see this. It was awesome, amazing. Rent a Family, 2 major thumbs up. It was fabulous. Okay, so I'm going to see Felix Austria next. It's my last movie, and it's about a guy he's the last ancestor in an Austrian royal family, and he goes back to trace his roots. It's supposed to be kind of comical, so we'll see how it is. But wow, I can't say enough good things about this movie. It was so great, amazing. The kind of movie you'd never get to see anywhere except here at a festival like this. Okay, bye.